So I think the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is great. Not perfectly great. So it feels like the Marvel TV shows are setting up for something better. They had done this before in the past with Iron Man 2 and Age of Ultron. With Iron Man 2, it was for the Avengers film. And with Age of Ultron, it was the entire Phase 3. Unlike with those movies, this does feel like it's better than those movies. Yeah, with the first two TV shows, yeah. The first, like, WandaVision, and this is a lot better than that, to say the least. I also say this because we're getting Captain America 4. And I was like, I know we're getting Captain America 4 because Sam has a shield. It felt like this one-off season. I said one-off. Is a placeholder for something better, which is probably Captain America 4. And I'm definitely not thinking we're getting a season 2. Not that I can recall. We're getting Captain America 4 with Sam. Okay? Why was this here? When this was announced, like, in 2019, when, like, Phase 4 was announced, whatever, like, Falcon the Winter Soldier, what? No, Sam's Captain now. I was like, let's see what happens, and it was like, okay, it's a placeholder. Or stuff happens, but, like, why was this here? Felt like it was actual, like, filler. Like, an entire series for, like, filler. I was like, oh, what? I was like, what? So the only real thing I possibly really like is Bucky's redemption. It should have been, like, a mini-series with that. Like, 4 episodes with his redemption. With maybe a cameo from Sam. I also do like it that it does with politics, but, like, there's not enough. I know it dealt with racism, but it was, like, not enough. It felt, like, very light comparison to, like, other TV shows that dealt with this sort of topic of racism. I know racism in, like, things can be very scary because it's a real world thing, but other things have done this before. Marvel is not new to politics. They have done war politics in the past with Iron Man 1, the Captain America movies, the Iron Man movies in general. Is, like, both have very war politics, whatever. Tony Stark is the arms dealer. Captain America's a soldier. See? But this is like a new form of politics for them, so I think it is scary. Like, racial politics is scary. Like, it is frightening, but there was not, like, enough of it. I know in episode 2, with the cop was trying to, like, arrest Sam for, like, arguing with Bucky. That's the thing that happens in the real world. That's scary, but it's, like, not enough. If you're gonna showcase this, then, like, go all out. It is going to be rough to, like, watch that on screen. And other media has done this before, and probably better than the way the Falcon and the Winter Soldier handled it. Well, I guess I could say the Stanley quote, whatever, like, the Marvel universe is like a reflection of our own world. It just has superheroes in it. Yeah, it should deal with that kind of stuff, like, appropriately. I just think there should have been a little bit uneasier stuff, like uncomfortable moments. Like, I don't think it really did that. Like having like there's a new Captain America, like another white guy, right? Like, they should have, like, said something, like, behind, like, the government scenes or whatever. Something, like, very, just, like, scary and racist. Like, why is this guy in politics? Like, like, with every politician, like, why is this guy in politics? Like, that kind of thing. So, like, that kind of situation. That's the intro to this. And also, it's, let's liven up a bit. This is not a 6-hour movie. This is a 4-hour movie. It's like, Justice League. It's a 4-hour movie. It really is. I did the math. Here it is. If you just skip the intro, it's like 40 seconds. So yeah, if you just skip the intro, it's like 40 seconds, unless you want to continue it. It's not going to be over 5 hours at all. It is. Total max hours is, if you skip the intro, total max hours is 4 hours and 23 minutes. And 28 seconds. Repeat that. 4 hours and 23 minutes and 28 seconds. There you go. It's not 6 hours. Kevin Feige should stop saying that about all these movies or like TV shows, whatever. Here's the WandaVision. If it's the credits are like 7 to 5 minutes. It looks like it's an hour, but no. You end it on the 40-minute mark. Why are the end credits like 5 minutes long? It just like goes and goes and goes. This is not a movie theater. TV show. Make it a minute. Less confusing for some people. Yeah, if you like add the intro, it'll be like the max probably will be like 4 hours and like 25 minutes? Something like that. I had to do the math in my head, but like, okay. Yeah, they're not that long. I just watched it like, I haven't watched any of the episodes until like the end point of like the final aired. I knew all the spoilers, actually, some of the spoilers. But like, I didn't really care because like I also found spoilers before that show aired. Like with the thing that the new Captain America did. So I found out before that happened. I don't know why. I just clicked on something. I don't know. So Sam gives up the shield. Ah! I should have done that, but who cares? So yeah, Sam gives up the shield and puts it in the museum to honor him, Steve Rogers. And like, he also doesn't think he's good enough to be Captain America, or he thinks the shield belongs to someone else. I also think Sam is very humble, maybe a little too humbled in this series. At the end of Endgame, he said he'll do his best. I'm like, what happened in between from now and then? He just changed his mind like that? This whole show shows Sam being a good man, and I'm like, you're worthy to do this. You are a good man. You're supposed to be Captain America, not this other guy who's like a clown, who's a monkey, basically. Why are you feeding us this information? Filler! Placeholder! Like this entire series. Like, we've seen him be a good guy to be fit to be Captain America before. Like, in the Winter Soldier and, Civil War. He's not the perfect soldier, he's a good man. Like, the doctor, whatever said, he's somewhere on the board, or whatever, my notes. I said board in this computer. Okay, but anyways, let's see what Sam has been up to. He's been working for the government as always, doing missions in a new Falcon suit, which is more a realistic comic book accurate, I would say, to it, because it's like more white and red, gray and red, it's like how the original colors are, and that instead of like being like a vest. I see. This is the moment where I did a lot of this, like, what is this? What's happening? Who are these characters? Like, spoilers for like the future of like this MCU stuff. Like, I just didn't really care. So like, I just wanted to know what is what. Like his like new tech guy that works on the Falcon wings, Joaquin Torres. He's supposed to be like the next Falcon. I think I thought he was like a mutant. Because the Falcon wings were like popping out of him, but apparently he's like half human bird, but also like a vampire hybrid. I'm like, what's happening here? Like, why is it I'm like, why is he a Birdman and a vampire? Like, okay, so he's not a Birdman. He's a Birdman and a vampire man. Why can't this be a Birdman? Why does it be all of it? So I guess they're not. It seems like they're not going to do that for the MCU. He's just going to have the wing back, so he's got to be a Birdman, like he is in the comics. I thought he was a mutant because when I first saw the picture, I was like, oh, he's a mutant. Okay, makes sense. So another mutant with wings, the Angel. So and also so like Joaquin has been like looking into this cult group called the Flag Smashers. He's been like finding their stuff on message boards or whatever, their insignia. And this is like a group that thinks the world was better during the blip. That's not good. That's his story. He goes to that at the end of the episode, like where he gets attacked by them. So walking at the end of the first episode, he tries to get like information from like the flag smashers, and he gets attacked by one of them. He sees what they're doing, and like they're super soldiers. So let's get back to the main part of this, making Sam, or showing Sam being a good person in his home life with his sister Sarah. There's this thing with a boat. It was his father's boat, and his sister Sarah wants to sell the boat, and he doesn't want to sell the boat because of a bunch of his father's memories. Yeah, like this boat stuff is to show that Sam is a good man. He cares about his father and his father's memories and the little things in life. Yeah, showing that he is a good man and fit to be Captain America. Like, it's the little things that matter sometimes. Yeah, we know he's a good man. We know. So now let's move on to Bucky now. So Bucky has PTSD from killing people as a Winter Soldier. I mean, he killed a lot of people. He goes to therapy now, but also he doesn't want to talk about this. And he's also working for the government, taking down former Hydra people. Like, where's that for a series? I mean, Bucky also killed a lot of innocent people that had no links to, like, military people or just ordinary people that were just like there on abroad or whatever, like, and they were there and the Winter Soldier was there, and then the Winter Soldier just killed them because no one can know about the Winter Soldier. Like, the Winter Soldier has effect on many people, and like with the Asian guy that he helps sometimes. That guy lost his son during whatever Bucky was as the Winter Soldier, like when he killed that guy's son when that happened, or whatever it was. I really like the Bucky stuff, like it just like because just him being released of all this sin that the Winter Soldier calls him, that Hydra calls him. I really like all of it. I think it just should have been like that, but shorter. I think that should have been the story, but shorter. I like Sam, but like we could have saved him for later. There's some fun stuff with Bucky that we probably didn't see before. Is that he is an experiment on to be a super soldier, so he runs fast, like Steve, and he has that super arm, the vibranium super arm from Wakanda. And you also find that, and also in episode 2 is a lot, like the induction to John Walker and Isaiah Bradley. Another former experiment from the government trying to recreate Steve Rogers' super soldier serum. He went toe to toe Bucky at one point, and Bucky never told anyone else about this guy. He just left him in peace because he was a lab rat from the government. So that's it for Bucky. So let's talk about John Walker now. So he is the new Captain America. And yes, he is being used by the government to sell propaganda, probably. So the government gets a new Captain America because of the Flag Smashers being a new threat to the world. I was like, do we need a new Captain America? Because like we have an Iron Man and we have a Captain Marvel. I mean, we have a War Machine. I mean, you made him Captain America before. Why can't you just do that again? You have him. You have him to be your protector. What's a new Captain America gonna do? What's a non-superpower Captain America gonna do? This John Walker is just a propaganda piece. He really is. I mean, is that what the character stands for? I mean, what really? I mean, he's nothing. He really is nothing. A planet full of superheroes. And you get a new Captain America because another guy didn't want to be Captain America. I mean, if Sam did take off the shield, at least he knows what to do against the alien invasion. Let Captain Marvel take the handle of all this. This guy's gonna run in. He has no superpowers at all, and he's being used by the government to like sell toys. He's autographing people. Like he's just a prop. He really is just a prop. I mean, if that's the message from it, like how the government or media just profit off of anything, I mean that's a good idea to have in your show. But I feel like The Boys done a better job with that. This feels like why? Is this because of The Boys did it? Like I know like there's some like reshoots that are probably happening during this time of it not airing. If this came at the same time, The Boys would have done it better actually with this. It really would have done it better. There was a line that John Walker said to like I think it was either his wife or Lamar, his best friend. He's like, it's hard being Captain America. What the hell do you do? You just do normal like military stuff and you sign autographs. You're a celebrity. That's all you are. Even with, yeah, like the Avengers are like technically like celebrities, but like Steve never really cared. Like he just doesn't like that stuff. Walker is a monkey, like how when Steve was drawing that monkey, because he was used as a propaganda piece, and John Walker is being used as a propaganda piece. He is that monkey, and he doesn't realize it because he's the star football player. He's just a good soldier. God, he really is useless. He's like the Sakura of the MCU. He really is the Sakura of the MCU. He is useless. Unless he does something, but it seems like at the end of this series, he's being used again. Like, by Hydra now. I giggled, Elaine's character. She's like a Hydra agent. Or, I thought she was also like Madam Hydra, but she's like a different character. That's a totally different character. I actually watched the cartoon, so like I kind of know who Madam Hydra is. And like people want to compare him to Homelander. Like these two characters have nothing similar in common. Homelander may be being used, but like at least Homelander is aware that he's being used. John Walker is not aware of being used. He thinks he's Captain America. He's not. What a... You can't compare these two. Just because Walker killed somebody with a shield during that scene where he killed a terrorist because Lamar died. It's like, well, he still killed a terrorist. He did a brutal way. Why are they treating it like... That's it. He killed a terrorist. He killed a flag smasher, which is a terrorist. I know, you can't call them terrorists, but like, what do you call them? Like, whatever. I do understand the scene, but like, what I saw the scene before I fully watched it. Like, did he kill like a normal person? No, he killed a terrorist, but also like still like a Captain America fan. It's like, okay. It would be more intentful if it was something like a normal guy or whatever, or something like that. After the flag smashers killed Lamar, like he just ran away, like he did something bad. Like you were supposed to do that, right? Aren't you the bad guys in this situation? The flag smasher think they're like helping the world, whatever. So they think they're also think of themselves as the good guys, but like they ran away like teenagers did something like bad with a car, or whatever. Like what? I wish that scene was better handled. I know the guy was like I was always a Captain America fan, whatever. Now it's not like I'm older, or whatever. He said I don't know, or he doesn't care about Captain America anymore. Okay. Alright, let's talk about Zemo. Yes, by the sound of it, I did not like what they did. I mean, so they kind of retcon him actually. I mean, Zemo was like a colonel in like for Sokovia intelligence in Civil War, but now he's a baron, like a rich guy, whatever. I look back at this, like to make sure, like, yeah, Tony did the research on him, on his supercomputer, and when his supercomputer tells him things, it tells him everything. So like they did not stay consistent with this character, like, in favor of fan service, because like he's like a baron in the comics, I know that, and he has like a crown and a sword and like a fluffy thing, whatever. Like he has the purple mask and fluffy things on his shoulders, whatever. Now, yeah, they did it in favor of fan service. Yeah, they did this in favor of fan service, so he can put a purple sock on his head, like the comics. Well, this retcon can be, I guess, explained because of like the snap. Can like we don't know what else it can do. Like it can, what cosmic effects that it can have, and like somehow change the flow of the universe. They did time travel. Could that somehow affect it too? Even though like they said that nothing will affect their timeline, whatever. How did they not know? Like it could also like affect their timeline, and if they explain something like weird like that, like down the road, I can accept it. But yeah, whatever. It's whatever. If they were going to do the comic book accurate look, he shouldn't have a sword. I know he has a sword. I like swords. Give him a sword. So Bucky has the idea because he knows about the super soldier stuff. That's what he was doing in War, Baron or Zemo, whatever. And Bucky goes to see him, and Zemo just tries to do the mind control. It doesn't work on him because Bucky was in Wakanda, like trying to like surgically remove it from his brain, like the code command, whatever. Yeah. So and then they talk for a bit about like, what do you know about super soldiers, or whatever. And after that conversation, like Bucky goes to Sam, talk about breaking him out, and as like Bucky explains what he should, like what Zemo should do. He explained it to Sam, and while Bucky was explaining it, it was showing that Zemo was breaking out. That's pretty cool. It's probably happened in another movie before or TV show. Everything has a reference to like another homage to another movie or TV show, whatever. So that Zemo cut, it's not real. It's not. Just stop it. I looked at it. It's just one scene repeated over and over again. There is no Zemo cut. I don't get the point of this. Marvel Entertainment just released a 1 hour of Daniel Bill dancing, and people just call it the Zemo cut. I'm pretty sure Daniel probably did dance for 1 hour, but they probably didn't record it. Stop it. Stop with the cuts. Just stop it. It really is. I just looked at it. Like, no, it's just him doing this and this and this. Why? Stop with the cuts. The Snyder cut was the only thing. No more cuts. So, Sharon Carter. I don't know why none of the Avengers helped her. Either during the blip or after the blip. Like, I know she's a wanted fugitive by the government because she helped Captain America and Falcon get his stuff back because that was government property. She helped a person that was trying to like, smuggle assassin out of the country, or help assassin at the time. But like I was unaware of her being like the proud breaker. I was like, 'cause I kept on thinking about like, why is she here? Like, why? Like, my brain was somewhere else. Like picking apart. Like, what? None of them helped you. None of your friends helped you. It showed her a picture of her as one of the people being snapped. I was like, oh well, like, okay. Or she could be a Skrull, whatever. I guess the proper thing to do in this series is to make her a secret villain. But before all that, she helped the guys, like, during their mission, like after like Cub whatever, they get information from the super soldiers. So they found the guy that did the new super soldier serum, Wilford Nabel, and he perfected the serum like how Dr. Urshan did it back in the 40s, just without the muscles, and also like the growth and height. So now, any chance of me taking the serum, like his serum, I won't be super tall. So yeah, he talked about like he sell it to people, whatever, and stuff like that. Power break or whatever, probably. And just, I don't remember that much conversation with him. And then, like Zemo just killed him after like all that information. Also, in that episode, Sharon was like a badass. I was like, she's so cool. I was like hoping to see more of her like do this kind of stuff. It was like Tomb Raider. It was like awesomeness. Like yes. And then later like she's like, oh, she's a secret bad guy. Like oh man. I did feel like playing like The Last of Us or like Tomb Raider after that. So also since Zemo's out, the Dora Milaje come because Zemo's broken out and like they don't want him to be broken out because he killed the king of Wakanda. I felt like this could have been like instead of like what was her name? Nicole? I just said I just put down the Dora Milaje. I forgot her name actually. Black Panther's knight, whatever her name is, Nicole or something like that. Or is that the other one? I know T'Challa and Shuri, whatever. It's all I know. I gotta like rewatch that. Yeah, so like the Dora Milaje showed up. It felt like this could have been Chadwick, you know, since he was sick during the time. This makes me so sad. Like to think about like, oh my god, oh man, damn. He was sick during this time, probably the filming of 3 shoots or more shoots or whatever. I wonder if it was like. I wonder if this was supposed to be his moment, because Zemo killed his father. Like put him back in prison, whatever. And he had a little beatdown he needed to do for it. I just wonder if it was supposed to be Chadwick instead of the Dora Milaje, or it was because he has to run the kingdom. But anyways, yeah, Zemo, they're looking for him because he's supposed to be in prison, and Bucky said, well, we're using him right now. We'll give him to you when we're done with him. Did like the part where like when the Dora Milaje come because the time ran out on Zemo, and John Walker was there, and he just beat down on John Walker, on Bucky and Sam, and I like that John Walker was later in the episode. He was like they had no superpowers or super soldier or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they're just very skilled. They're better at it. You clown. They are advanced fighting race, advanced technology race, so like they would know how to beat down a soldier with no serum or just a normal out of the world or whatever, not in the Wakanda people. I kind of wonder if like during Civil War, when T'Challa had the suit on, was he superpowered at the time? I wonder. But yeah. They also take off Bucky's arm, like they know how to do it because it is Wakanda technology, so like they know how to push the buttons on it and it'll just like pop it off. So the last character we gotta talk about is our villain character, Karli Morgenthau. Karli Morgenthau. So she's part of the terrorist group. Yes, I said it again. Called the Flashmasters. She is part of the terrorist group, and I know Sam at the end of the episode or the end of the series said, "Don't call them terrorists," but like, she is a terrorist. She threatened the government. She threatened people, try to harm them. That is a terrorist. And like she's in like the government. She has her shoulder problem. She's not that interesting of a villain. She just blames the government for everything. And I get it. Her people or or there's too much people in the world, or okay, yeah, there's nothing else. There's no what her mother. I don't think we got that expanded on. Like, there was nothing to that character at all. All that she was just a bad guy. Like there was like too much people in the world or whatever. But the government doesn't know how to handle things. Like, yeah, I mean, we know. It's like that in our world too. She threatened people by the end of the episode. She I think wanted to bomb that Senate that was happening or whatever. Going back to the not interesting villains of the MCU could have been a little more interesting, I think. I know, like, all, like, these villains, like, see themselves as the hero as well. Like, I'm the hero here, or whatever. She was also Infinite in Solo. I did like when she punched Walker. She just bumped that guy and he fell off the car, or whatever. Truck. So, the final, yeah, it's just one big act. It's just one giant third act, like through and through, like of like Captain America now saving people, doing all that stuff. That scene, that opening was pretty great. Of him just diving in, and it's like, yeah, and like I like that running gag, and he's also like that one guy like says, "Who are you?" Like, and he's like, "Captain America." I thought Captain America was on the moon. That I love that running joke, actually. I love that. That was pretty funny. Let's just talk about the action right here, actually, because the action for this third act is great. The beginning of the action is great as well. Like it's just like how the Russos were directed. I wonder if they get the same stunt team or the same designers for whatever. Like because it was also CGI to like fly, so like the people that worked on the Falcon, the Winter Soldier, probably worked on here. Probably I didn't read anything. Probably or probably not or whatever. But yeah, it was directed by one person, so it was just like a 4-hour movie. So yeah. Yeah, and I also did like Sam's speech about like listening to the people, like or whatever. Like you, like, politicians are always in the towers or whatever, the safe space. Like it's about like listening to people, about caring about the population of people, like stuff like that. I understand that. Like that was pretty good. Also, about Sam's new Captain America suit. Is it all this vibranium? Like, I guess he can stand against like a giant laser beam from space now, probably, because it's a super suit. I'm still like blown away how like good all that stuff was. Actually, it's an advanced suit. It's a very advanced suit, more advanced than his original suit or Steve's suit. Like, Steve was a super soldier, and Sam is just a normal man, and he gets a super soldier. He gets a super suit instead of a super soldier serum. Oh wait. I forgot, John Walker also had a because Zemo stole some serum, and there was a scuffle. One of them had a fight because the Flag Fisher stole it from Zemo, and then I think someone destroyed the serum, and Walker it was Zemo that destroyed the serum, and then Walker took it, and now he has superpowers, whatever. Oh well, I just forgot to talk about that. But like, anyways, so like John Walker was also in the fight, trying to fight Morgenthau, and was like failing at it. Still, and he also had a dummy shield, like a fake Captain America shield. So now let's talk about conclusions now, like with Louis Drew's character Elaine, and with him and John Walker. Now he's a U.S. agent now, and he's a black suit. And he would probably be working for Hydra. Even though he thinks he's doing good now, he's still being a guinea pig and working for Hydra. Even though the audience doesn't know that, because, like, Google the character. She's Hydra, the Louis Dreyfus character, Elaine. He's still being a guinea pig and he doesn't even know it. And also, having Louis Dreyfus was a big, big spoiler for me. you can do this, whatever. But like, I was like, that's Elaine, and now she's Hydra. I was like, that's Elaine. Spoilers! Oh my god, Elaine! And I found out that she's Hydra. Oh my god, Elaine's evil! Oh my god! Ah! She didn't do the dance, Elaine dance. So yeah, so I guess they're gonna do some secret missions or whatever, like for Hydra or whatever. And also, I googled the U.S. agent character as well. He's supposed to have a shield too, so I wonder if he's going to have the crappy shield or a vibranium shield that probably Hydra has somewhere. They probably did steal from Claw when he was alive still. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They probably have some vibranium that no one knows about, or yeah, that no one knows about. So yeah, Walker is still being used, even though he doesn't know he's being used. He thinks he's going straight, but no, he doesn't. They could make a evil Avengers or something like that, probably down the road with him, and he doesn't know it. He's just a big old idiot. So now with Bucky, he's coming to his sins, coming to conclusion with his sins, and talking to the person that he killed the son for when he was the Winter Soldier, confessing it, whatever, releasing all of his emotions like that. So yeah, he's doing that and trying to like just cleanse himself to be a normal person. And I'm like, good for him. And he should not go back to being a soldier. He should have a retirement. He's 106 years old or 108 years old. He should just, or whatever, 100 or whatever years old. He should just retire and not do Avenger stuff. Be the summer soldier or whatever. So he's like not hiding his metal arm now at the end of the series. He's like showing who he is, like being happy and dancing along or whatever. He's not being used. He's not a puppet anymore. Well, John Walker's a puppet now, but now he's not a puppet. And then there's Sam talking to Ivan about like America's accepting me, whatever now, as Captain America. Like, also Sam showed Ivan like the museum that like for his like service and like also being experimented on and like do ops for like government, and they never showed him that he was a super soldier or whatever now, and now the public knows that he is one or a hero. Or overall, I still think it's good, just not super great. People like it, it's fine. It's like it just wasn't the meat I wanted for like this series. It really did felt like a filler for a placeholder for something bigger down the line. And also like the fan service is to have things like also like probably think that the Captain America suit that's gonna change. Like that's the way it looks. Like the headpiece is probably gonna change because I don't think Anthony Mack probably likes that look for him. I was like, why is there no helmet? Like a headpiece? Like why is it like? It's probably going to change. It probably is, and they're probably going to give him like the classic or the helmet for like that Steve Rogers has or whatever. Or they're always changing this suit. They're always changing. Like this is just an experiment to like see how it looks on screen. They're probably going to change it again. No big deal. They always do this. It happens. It just happens. Yeah, I think the series is fine. It had diet politics or whatever in it. Diet racism, if you can call it that. Like, it was fine. Like, it's not... If Marvel is just gonna do, like, lightly stuff, I guess it's fine. I guess it's okay to, like, retcon little things or whatever. I'm curious to see down the road if they're, like, doing like, extreme. I would love to do something extreme with all this, like the the first movies were like very intense with the politics and the war and all that stuff. Like why can't we do that? But like yeah, it's a different slate of politics, and it's scary than war politics. Race politics is very, I think, probably is scary. Like that's the best I could probably say about it. Nerve wracking to think about. I think I'm just gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. This is the lowest I would give Captain America's story. Or I'd give the first one like the same thing probably, or a little bit higher. But I just wish it was like the more of a meat, like like holy shit kind of way. Like didn't think they would go there. That's how I wanted to go. Didn't think they would go there. That's how I wanted to be. But like, okay, it's fine. So what did you think of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Oh, wait. At the end of it, it said the Falcon, the Captain America, and the Winter Soldier. I think I said earlier, Bucky should just retire. He should just retirement. He's old. He is past retirement age. He is past 60. He should retire, and he still looks young. Get an Asian girlfriend. Oh, and probably Sharon Carter is a Skrull, probably, or is she not? I don't know. That was the end credits. That was the big end credits for the end of the series. Is she works for the government, the U.S. government again. She's not on the run, and she revealed that she was the power breaker the whole time. Curious to see where the character goes, but yeah, was this like a random thing that he just did for the character? So, what did you think of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier? Please give me a comment down below, give me a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe for more. I've been Matt1, and see you later, moviegoers. It's like this. Okay, that's bloopers. Ah! Or I could just do it like that. And then like that. And then come back. Okay. I talked in the last part. The last one I got it. I think I know what to do.